given the fact that you've all really just explained very clearly the illegitimacy, I'm going to jump over some of the questions that we had about the illegitimacy. I think we've now established why it's illegitimate. If you as students afterwards want to dig more down into that, let's get back to that later. But I wanted to ask about some of kind of regional perspectives and what we might do about it. So some advocates and Myanmar watchers place hopes on ASEAN as a means to pressure the Myanmar military, trying to weaken its grip. Sean has just expressed great cynicism. And indeed, a March 2025 article in the East Asian Forum argued that it's the other way. Myanmar shows the fault lines within ASEAN. Myanmar is the case study that shows that ASEAN is not able to be competent in being unified and getting anything done. But a good point of study is the upcoming ASEAN Summit at the end of May in Kuala Lumpur. Prime Minister Anwar has met with Prime Minister Min Aung Hlaing, but is not, to my knowledge, and please correct me if I'm wrong, invited him to the ASEAN Summit at the end of May. So, but he has said elections is not the priority, but the cessation of violence is the priority. So is there anything we can expect with the ASEAN Summit at the end of the month as a way to place pressure on Myanmar?
You go first. Right. Just say that.
We don't yet know if Min Aung Hlaing will be attending.
Yeah.
Who, if I may, Susan, is not the Prime Minister of Myanmar. He's the dictator-in-chief.
Thank you.
We don't know. This isn't working, I don't think.
No.
You want mine?
No, it's all right. I've got a big voice.
You've got a big voice.
Yeah. The Malaysian Foreign Minister has said that all 10 leaders of the ASEAN members will be there. Now, he didn't specify whether that includes Min Aung Hlaing or not. Depends how he interprets leaders of ASEAN. So there at least is a suggestion that Min Aung Hlaing will be attending his first ASEAN meeting since that meeting on April 24, 2021. I like to start positively because it is positive. The 5-point consensus adopted in April 2021 was an extraordinary achievement for ASEAN. They had never previously adopted such a resolution in relation to any ASEAN member state in all the years that ASEAN has existed. But it stopped there. They have not known what to do since.
They don't know what to do.
They have been deadlocked. And it seems to me that Ibrahim's meeting with Min Aung Hlaing and with the Prime Minister of the National Unity Government, the Prime Minister of Myanmar, represents the end of the 5-point consensus. It's finished. It's over. And the question for the ASEAN Summit at the end of this month is, what does ASEAN do next? It's time for a new 5-point consensus that's going to take the next steps. We don't know whether that will be possible, but we certainly need to be saying to the ASEAN leadership what that new 5-point consensus needs to contain. It needs to contain a commitment to a complete unconditional ceasefire by the military in Myanmar, and in particular, an end to the aerial bombardment, because that's what's killing people. In relation to that, you always know when the military is losing ground because it bombs. It can no longer send in troops because they'll be killed, and so it bombs. And the top priority for ending killing is to end the bombardment. That's a key part of a new 5-point consensus. A second part has to be a commitment to the building of a genuine democracy in Myanmar. And that means not a puppet show, but after a ceasefire, real elections under international supervision conducted by an independent electoral commission to enable the Myanmar people to express their will. It's a second point. A third point needs to be the development of a new constitution that is federal and democratic, and that fourth point places the military under the control of the civilian government and parliament. That was what the military sought to secure their preservation in the 2008 constitution. That constitution's dead. So a new 5-point consensus should be looking to plot the way forward and should have ASEAN commitment. But the old 5-point consensus is dead, finished. UNWA's called an end to that by meeting Min online and the Prime Minister, and it's time now to move forward.
So I also want to say, I think this is wonderful, a really wonderful point you made, because we actually have students in my class, in my degree, who are from all over the region. Now, they are not the people in power, but one day they will be. So it's really wonderful to be talking about ASEAN from the perspective of those that are going to go back to their countries. Don't be modest. You will be one day.